Everyone laughed when Ethan shared his biggest dream. They said it would never become reality. Their words hurt more than he wanted to admit. But deep inside, he refused to let go. Sometimes every great journey begins with doubt from others. Alone with his thoughts, Ethan questioned everything. He wondered if everyone else was right. Yet his dreams still burned inside his heart. Giving up seemed easier than believing. Hope was small, but it was still alive. Even his family wanted him to choose a safer path. They worried about his future and wanted to protect him. Their advice came from love, not hate. But Ethan knew his heart wanted something bigger. Some dreams cannot be replaced by comfort. Every day felt heavier than the last. The criticism never seemed to stop. Still, Ethan kept walking toward his future. One step was all he could manage. Sometimes courage simply means moving forward. Feeling lost, Ethan searched for someone wise. Mr. Harrison welcomed him with kindness. Ethan asked if his dream was a mistake. The old mentor smiled with quiet confidence. His answer would change everything. Mr. Harrison said people laugh for many reasons. Sometimes they fear what they don't understand. Sometimes they envy the courage they never had. Never let someone else's fear become your limit. Believe before the world believes. The mentor handed Ethan a tiny bamboo seed. He told him to plant it in silence. Water it every day without complaining. Tell no one about it. Some dreams grow best in private. Ethan planted the seed with hope. Every morning he returned to water it. Nothing appeared above the ground. Still, he refused to skip a single day. Faith is strongest when nothing is visible. Weeks became months without any change. Rain, cold mornings, and hot afternoons passed. The soil looked exactly the same. But Ethan stayed faithful to the process. Real progress often happens where no one can see it. People laughed even louder than before. They mocked both the seed and his dream. Ethan felt the pain but stayed silent. He remembered every word from Mr. Harrison. Persistence became his greatest strength. Almost a full year had gone by. Still, the ground showed nothing. Ethan felt tired and discouraged. But instead of quitting, he watered it again. That final act of faith changed everything. One beautiful morning, the ground finally cracked. A tiny green sprout reached toward the sky. Ethan couldn't believe his eyes. Every tear suddenly became worth it. Patience had finally rewarded him. Within weeks, the bamboo grew incredibly fast. The same people who laughed stood speechless. No one expected such an amazing transformation. Ethan simply smiled with quiet confidence. Success always speaks louder than criticism. Ethan rushed back to thank his mentor. He asked why the bamboo waited so long. Mr. Harrison smiled knowingly. The answer was far deeper than Ethan imagined. Every delay has a purpose. The mentor explained the hidden secret. For 1 year, the bamboo grew powerful roots. Without strong roots, it could never stand tall. Dreams work exactly the same way. Preparation always comes before greatness. Ethan finally understood the lesson. His difficult days were never wasted. They were building the strength he couldn't see. Every rejection made him stronger. Strong roots create lasting success. Ethan moved to the city. He chased his filmmaking dream every single day. Learning, practicing, and improving never stopped. Slowly, opportunities began to appear. Consistency opened doors that talent alone could not. Years later, Ethan became a respected filmmaker. People admired the success they could finally see. Very few understood the years of sacrifice. His dream had become reality. Hard work eventually tells its own story. When Ethan returned home, everything had changed. The same voices that once laughed now applauded. He greeted everyone with kindness instead of pride. True success doesn't need revenge. It simply inspires others. Remember the bamboo whenever life feels slow. Your roots may be growing in silence today. Keep believing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. One day the world will notice your growth. Never quit before your season arrives.